Hello everybody, welcome to Brewery Reviews with me, Jack, your host, and tonight we have another beer from Cloudwater Brewing Company from Manchester. This is also part of their summer range because they do a range of seasonal beers, obviously for summer, autumn, spring, winter, and a lot of variations using seasonal ingredients. This one in particular is Grisette, which clocks in at 3.5% and is a sort of style of Saison. It's a slightly lighter style, and this one was brewed for miners in particular because they wore grey uniforms, and the French word for grey is gris, and obviously Grisette, which was the name of the female workers' uniforms, this grey dress. So this fellow here, because Cloudwater do a really cool thing and put on the back what they use for ingredients. You can probably see it there, but I might as well read it out. They use Pearl as a bittering hop, they use Eldorado, Willamette and Galaxy, and they use Best Ale Malt, Wheat, I'm assuming that's wheat malt rather than torrefied wheat, and flaked oats as well, with Belle Saison yeast. Yeah, and like I said, clocks in at 3.5%. So pretty low ABV and a kind of summer supping ale, I suppose, like a session Saison, I guess, so you might want to call it that. Cool little bottle cap as well, and I do like their swirly cloud pattern on the front of the bottles. Really nice little funky design. So crack this fellow open. Oh, it's fobbing a little bit. Get a glass quick. There we go. Pour it out, and we have what seems to be an extremely pale coloured little beer. Yeah, it is. It's very strawy in colour. I'm not surprised, to be honest, considering its ABV, and Saisons are usually quite pale in colour anyway, and it's got a nice little bit of haze to it. Again, Saison yeast, I expect it to be a little bit hazy, but it looks very nice, and that head is sticking around for the ride. You can see it's going to lace really nicely too. So it's getting a good old smell. Ooh, there's a level of fruity hoppiness in this. It does have that kind of spicy Saison-y nose, almost a little bit funky, because of that semi-wild Saison yeast. There's a little bit kind of that Bretty note, that kind of barnyard must. There's definitely some fruity note in there, almost kind of tropically, which I assume must be something to do with the Galaxy in there. But a nice little Bretty nose. Does have a really nice aroma. It smells like a kind of more complex Saison, probably a higher ABV if I'm totally honest, but hey ho, cheers everyone, let's give it a try. Yeah, so it's 3.5%, so we have to give it that. It's really quite spritzy, which again for style is quite good. I like that. But there's not a huge amount of substance to it, unsurprisingly. There's a very, very small, you get this nice spritz and you get that kind of Bretty, Saison-y yeast flavour coming through in it. But it fades very quickly. You get this little spritz, you get this taste of the Saison, and then it kind of dissolves into really soft, very, very soft beer. It's kind of hard to say anything more than that, really, because that's all I can really sort of pick out. I mean, the Galaxy must be adding to some of the fruitiness. I'm assuming Eldorado as well. Willamette might be involved in some of the spice, but it's a very simple beer and a very simple, easy sub for the summertime. I couldn't really complain. It's not. I would probably go for something a little bit more punchy because I think it is particularly quite soft. Perhaps a bit too soft. I'm not sure. I won't be too overly critical of it. But would I have another one? Probably. You could definitely drink several of these and enjoy yourself a little time in a beer garden somewhere. So I think we're gonna give this. I'm gonna err on the side of caution. Probably give it a nice 7.5 out of 10. Yes, I'd have another one. I think it's pretty good. It's the first Grisette that I've really reviewed. Although I've had Partisan Grisettes before. Although I think the Partisan ones in the back of my mind, they seem to have a little bit more punch to them, and I think they're a little bit higher in ABV. So unsurprisingly. It's pretty decent, this though. So, if you want to try a kind of, I guess, summertime session-y Saison, it's worth picking up, worth having a try. It's pretty tasty, and it'd be very good for those of you who want to get into Saisons and try new things, because it's not too intense and it's not too full-on and not massively overpowering and really odd with its flavours, I guess. So please like, favourite, comment and subscribe. Tell me what you think if you've tried this little Grisette from Cloudwater, or indeed any Grisette. I'd love to hear what your opinions on them or Saisons as a style. And until the next Brewery Reviews, cheers.